I'm really hoping to spend the next couple of days in the garden. Today's Sunday and I'm still off work today and tomorrow. So I'm going to go around to my brother-in-law's who lives next door. I need to sweet talk him now to see if he can put me these brackets up. I want these at the front side of the front door, and then I'm going to hopefully stick my topiary bush, which are solar panel powered, on there as well. There's one or two jobs still that we need to do in the garden. There's some dead leaves on the front. We've still got quite a bit of the fence to carry on painting on the back. And this year, hopefully, we're going to just spend a little bit of time and effort in the garden, because it's not something we've done majorly since we've been in this house, and we've been here for over 20 years. So hopefully, you know, things are going to start looking a little bit more like a garden. So I'll see you in a sec. I've got my scrubs on. I've tried to put as many things underneath as I can, because it's really not a very warm day today, and I don't have a coat, an old coat that I can afford to get damaged. So got my scrubs on. I'm now gonna go and sweep the front. Well, it's like a bit of a drive. My brother-in-law's just got one or two jobs to do, so he's going to come round in a bit and hopefully we can get it sorted. He's suggested another way of maybe putting these topiary bushes on rather than the brackets, so I'll see what happens later. So this is the area that I'm going to be just giving it a good sweep and a good tidy up. It's one of them little jobs that's been on the radar for, well, the sun's just decided to come out, but it's been on the radar for a good few weeks. I'm going to get it done today. So I finished with the sweeping up and pulling all the rubbish out of the edges. It just makes it look a little bit neater for the minute. The rain, yeah, it started raining, the winds got up, sun disappeared, but it's quite a nice way to spend half an hour or so on a Sunday morning. It won't bug me as much, and I've had a bit of exercise, but there are one or two other jobs that I wanted to get done outside today. So I'm really hoping this rain, I'm hoping it's just a shower and it'll pass over. My next job that I want to try and get done today, if the weather holds out, is potting a few seeds. I was in Poundland yesterday and I saw these, and these were still actually £1. Cottage garden mix. There's supposed to be 14 different varieties in here, and I think it says there's over 5,000 seeds. So I've got a big pot downstairs, plant pot. We had some sort of a plant in it and we've lost it, so I'm going to reuse that plant pot. And I bought this one, and this one was £2, and this is obviously, it's like a peachy pinky colour, and there was white and there was a pale blue. So I thought I'd have a go at putting some in here, some in the other pot, and then I've had this pot for absolutely ages, this little pail, and as you can see, I've got some pens on it. It lives here on my desk, and I'm wondering whether to actually put a few in here as well, just because there's so many. I've been looking on Google to see how you're supposed to pot things, because gardening is not my thing, and it says that you're supposed to have drainage holes in the bottom as opposed to putting like gravel. I think somebody's at the door. Wait. I'm back. My brother-in-law had come round to sort out the topiary thing. So what I was saying, going back to this first, is when I was Googling it on a few days ago, I thought you were supposed to put some like gravel in the bottom, you know, to act as sort of a drainage, but apparently that can just rot the root. So you're supposed to have drainage holes in. So because my brother-in-law's just been round and he's put the topiary things up, I've got him to put some holes in. So he's put me some holes in this one and some holes in that one. So that one and that one is so, the weather has really changed, so I just don't think I'm going to get these done today, but we'll see. So what we've ended up doing, I've not ended up using these brackets. It was easier to use a hook, so I'll take you downstairs and I'll show you what is actually done. And then I've either got to decide what to do with these, whether to return them or whether to put them somewhere else in and around the house. So I'll just take you downstairs. So this is the little topiary bowls, and I don't know if you can see, he's put them on a hook. If you can hear any background noise, I'm afraid one of the neighbours is doing some DIY themselves. So that's what they look like now. So there's that one, and there's one at the other side. So I'll hopefully be able to come later today, but just right at the top of that ledge, not that you can see it, but that's where we've stuck the solar panel bit, and he's used some hard as nails, so hopefully they will not blow off. But yeah, and then there's just a hole there that was done when we had this new door put on, so David's still got to fix that. But yeah, hopefully these should look okay. I can't wait to see them later on. It's absolutely freezing out here, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do now, but I do want to try and get something else done today. I've decided before I do anything else, it's time for a warm drink. It's 12th of April, I think today, I'm sure it's 12th, and I can't believe just how cold it still is. But I've had a look outside. That side is the grey clouds, and coming behind it looks like we've got a bit of blue, so I'm hoping it's going that way and I might be able to get outside when I've done this and do this little bit of potting that I want to do. Like I said, I don't know what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, but I just want to do a little bit of extra on this painting the fence tomorrow. It must be, I think this is the second weekend that we've worked on it, and I really want to just get it done and dusted and get it out of the way. But oh, I can't believe how cold it is. So I'm going to have my drink and then I'm going to take it from there. Woo. So I've had my drink. It's only been literally, I don't know what time it is, literally about 5 or 10 minutes, and already, I don't know if you can tell, but the sun is actually coming back out, which I'm really pleased about. So I'm gonna get outside and try and pot these seeds. But I was just reading the back of it. There's 14 different varieties in here, and there's a hell of a lot of these names that I can't pronounce. But it does say at the end, some varieties can be toxic to humans and pets, as with many garden plants. I don't quite know what that means. I mean, does it mean if people eat these? I mean, do people eat? I know. Some of these instructions you have to take with a pinch of salt, I think. But it says that they need to be a depth of 2.5 to 4 centimetres, and not to overcrowd with the seeds, not to put too many seeds in, because they might suppress some of the less rigorous varieties, and in this case less is more. So I'm gonna go and just sit here on the steps and just have a go doing a little bit of potting. Get my hands a bit dirty. Just look at the weather now. I've even got shades on. It's lovely sat here. Anyway, this is the first pot that I'm gonna have a go at. This has already got a little pot inside it, so I've got my soil in. I've left a bit of room at the top, so I'm gonna have a go now at planting and see what they say, see what happens. So it says less is more, so I think, yeah, I'm going to leave it for that. Stick some more soil on the top. Fill it right up. Getting my hands all lovely and mucky now. That is so nice. Right. A little bit more, I think. Right, so that's that one done. I do need to just water them in a little bit when I've finished this one. And I think because our garden is self-facing, this is going to be a nicer area. I'm planning on just leaving them here on the steps. So what I'm hoping though is once they've got the soil in, that they're going to be heavy enough, because the last few days we have had a bit of wind and some strong rain and whatnot. So I'm hoping it doesn't, they don't go flying off. So this is the little peachy coloured one, but what I like about that, I just like the rope handles and the word garden on it. I just think they look really nice. And I've no idea whether this is even the right compost. We just picked it up from Poundland, if I remember rightly. Although I don't think it was £1, I think it was 3. So right, just stick some in this little one as well. I do worry in case any neighbours listening to me talking to myself. Well, talking to you, but talking to myself. Sorry about that drilling again. So obviously the neighbour's still working. Right. So sprinkle some more. I just hope this is going to be big enough, but we'll see. Sprinkle some more in. Right, put some more soil on. There's still quite a lot left, so I'll just put some more soil in here. One. I've got aeroplanes out now. Right, so that's that done. I'm just going to get some water, so that's 3 of them done. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to do with the rest of them in just a tick. I don't possess a watering can, so I'm going to use the next best thing, my kettle. So it says water well and keep the soil moist, apparently. Right, I have no idea if that's right, but that's what I'm going with. I'm going to leave them there. And we'll see what happens. Make sure you can see my garden sign. Right, now I think I'm going to attempt to maybe just do a little bit more painting on the back fence, seeing as though the sun's out. I've got my paint, I've got my brush. I'm going to just do hopefully this one fence. I'm just hoping that the sun's going to keep out and it'll keep me entertained for the next hour or 3 or 4. Started raining. I'm never going to get that fence done. I don't know if it's another storm. I'm not sure if it's hailstorm. So I've had a toilet break while it's doing what it's doing outside. It looks like it was just one big downpour, and it looks like it's kind of slowing down now. It only lasted maybe 5 minutes, so I'm just going to maybe give it another 5 or 10 minutes to make sure it's really stopped. It does not look like the sun's going to come back out again. I mean, I think that lasted 20 to 30 minutes and that was it. So the rest of these seeds that I've got, what I'm hoping to do with these is sometime at the end of April, beginning of May, we're going to be having a patio on the back garden. We've never had one. We've been in the house over 20 years and never had one. So eventually we're now going to get a patio. And the bloke what's doing it, he's got some reclaimed sleepers. So in one of the corners of the garden, we're hoping to have like a raised bed. And our garden, it's a bit unusual in the sense that it's quite high, so you can actually see over the fence. So it's not exactly private. So when we get these sleepers put in, I'm hoping to get some sort of, maybe, I don't know, some sort of a conifer or something, just to sort of screen it somehow from the road. And then maybe these will just sit in and around the trees. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So let's see if I can get round 2 done with the fence. So my plan was for today was to get that one complete panel finished, and I've managed to do it. I've been dancing in and around the rain, but I'm really glad it's done. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4.5 panels still to do. I'll have to see what the weather's like tomorrow, but I'm going to have my tea now. I'm absolutely starving, and a shower, and then it's gym jams, and yeah, need to wash my hands. I've been in the shower, I'm all clean and scrubbed up. I'm just having a cup of tea, honey, lemon, tea bag. That's my kind of drink. I feel like I've had a really good productive day today. Clearing the front, doing the fence, doing my potting and getting them, I don't know what they're called, topiary things done with my brother-in-law. I feel like I've achieved everything that I wanted to achieve today, but I have honestly found muscles again that I didn't know I had. So for the next few hours, hopefully, I'm just going to sit down and relax in front of the TV, watch a bit of nonsense. Hopefully tomorrow, if the weather's alright, I might be able to get another fence panel done. That's another one David ain't got to do. So if you've made it this far, I do thank you very much, but please stick around just for a little bit longer, because as soon as it starts going dark, I just hopefully want to get some footage of them topiary bush things. So if you're interested to know what they look like, you know, once it starts going dark, then please stick around. And if you want to see how my flowers turn out, then again, please stick around. Whoops. And I'll see you very soon. And there's my lights. Well, the topiary bush thing. Yeah, they work absolutely fine. So that's that one. And then I've got that one as well. And again, I don't know if you can hear the birds are really singing. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.